Everyone is in their seat here at the U.S. Airways Center as the Suns look to grab a win here in downtown Phoenix. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. And guys, what do you think we're going to be looking for in this one from J.J. Hickson?
Well, Hickson.
Here's Robinson. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Atlanta.
Did a great job picking the defense apart, too. It wasn't just his scoring. Give him credit for his passing in that game, too.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll. You know, you watch Nate Robinson come into a game, and you just start to feel the electricity and the excitement because things are about to get sped up and turned up. He just plays with so much energy. I mean, it can be a positive when he knocks down those big shots, but you've got to give him enough room to work through his bad shots because he's going to take some bad ones and he's going to gamble some on defense too.
Back to Robinson. He's energetic, feisty, aggressive on the court at both ends, Steve.
Well, and at times in the past, you know, his passion may have gotten the best of him, but I think his emotion is one of the things that makes him who he is, too. He's an explosive scorer. He can come in and just be a one-man wrecking crew. And remember that huge game he had against the Nets in the playoffs last year.
Inside, Lawson. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. And that's now 6 points for Lawson. Suns leading by 4. Here's Newman. Pass to Okafor. And he uses the glass on the layup.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
Phoenix Suns come into this one following a loss to the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, I thought their defense in that game was about as shaky as it could be. At home, you know, that kind of defense isn't going to cut it. Never mind if you're on the road.
They really look tired to me, and I don't know if they had travel issues or if they were out too late, but something was amiss because they had no energy.
Here's Newman. The shot is off, and it's Denver the other way. And going against Phoenix, their first meeting of the season.
And looking back to last year, they won this season series, as you'd probably expect.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Suns.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
And the Nuggets making a change here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Hickson. Alinari comes in for Wilson Chandler. Randy Foye, he's checked in for Nate Robinson. And Brooks subbed in for Ty Lawson. To touch again on Steve's comment, last year they were a playoff team facing a team that went home at the end of the regular season, and Clark, they took advantage.
Yeah, that to me is what makes a playoff team, Kevin. I mean, beating the teams you should beat and then not having any significant letdown.
Here's Newman. The feed to Fry. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
That drops.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Here's Newman. Makes it off the glass. Z's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, don't you just admire that tenacity he shows out on the floor.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first. Brooks outside. Here's Foye. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Foye's got his first bucket in this one.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boy.
Here's Newman. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Phoenix ahead. They're up by 4. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
Monday, November 11th, Zach Randolph and the Memphis Grizzlies go up against Paul George and the Indiana Pacers. Hoops action.
And we're through 2 here.
Well, Goran, how do you rate the team's performance thus far, and what are you expecting in the second half?
I mean, we are battling, we as a team, and if we're gonna play like that, I think so we're gonna be okay.
Goran, thanks for the time. Gotta love it when they battle, guys.
Thank you for the great interview, Doris. They'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Now, presented by Sprint.
This is 2K Sports, and I'm Damon Bruce, coming to you live on a Friday night. Out in Phoenix, it's the Suns taking care of business against Denver. Boy, it's a real treat to see two elite teams just battling for supremacy, having their way on offense, and that may be an understatement. They simply can't miss.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. What a game we're seeing from Ty Lawson. There's 31 seconds left in the third. To the wing right side. Fry passes to Goodwin. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Here's Morris. Phoenix no good that time either. And here we go with Nate Robinson. He has 6. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Gallinari is out there with Randolph. Then it's Nate Robinson. Then it's Mozgov. And it's Brooks in at the point. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. He gets it up. Shot misses. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Phoenix ahead. They lead by 11. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And, Steve, we've got a moment here to go to our State Farm assist of the game, coming on some very clever point guard play.
Well, he mans that position for a reason, Kevin, because he passes the ball so well, sets up his teammates beautifully, really gets this offense into a nice rhythm.
Delivering the pass important, but putting the pass in the right place for shooters, as you well know, huge.
Yep, no question.
Newman, he's in at point guard. Okafor out there with Markieff Morris. Then there's Barbosa, and it's Goodwin in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Okafor with the screen on Brooks. Newman with the bucket. And the Suns lead by 11.
And he came off that screen. The defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
Brooks kicks to Gallinari. The pass to Randolph. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Morris. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Phoenix. Green comes in for Goodwin.
Well, I tell you what, guys, it's a tough road to hoe when you're trying to rebuild in the Western Conference. There's just no room or margin for error. And teams pile on while you're down.
And Denver also making a switch. Ty Lawson, he's checked in for Brooks. Robinson against Barbosa. Robinson down low. Nice D from Barbosa. And back to the Suns in the West. They did finish with the worst record in the conference. They managed only 17 wins, Steve, against other teams in the West.
And that wasn't the worst mark, but it was close. The Suns' problem was that they didn't have a huge inside presence for long.
On the wing, Chandler, guarded by Green. From 11 feet away, Chandler's shot good.
Maybe he can put his struggles behind him, a couple more of those, and maybe he'll get a little momentum.
Here's Newman, and he slams it one-handed. Boy, look at the big ups, Clark.
Major bounce there. I mean, he can fly, folks. Really fly.
Well, we're seeing more and more of that, it seems, guys, out of the point guard spot in the NBA these days.
Now, here is Lawson, guarded by Newman. Lawson outside. And the layup's good off the glass. Lawson's got 6 points in the quarter.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
Here's Newman. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got his 8th assist in the game.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Lawson dishes to Robinson. Good on the shot.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
They can take their time on this possession.
You know, guys, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, it gives themselves a little break, too.
Catch the breath.
Yeah.
Well, since we hit half number 2, he's finally come around. The first half was not his best, obviously.
Over to the wing. Hickson against Okafor. Outside Robinson. Shot clock at 6. And again, it's Denver.
He doesn't need to fade away on that move. He can go straight up, make it an easier shot.
Here's Newman. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Well, what we saw here tonight is one team just had everything going for it and the other didn't. Huge margin of victory for Phoenix.
They really had it going, Clark. Their offense propelled them.
Yeah, in this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Eric Bledsoe. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone on his team on offense.
Newman, the pass to Okafor. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. Big group substitution here for Denver. Mozgov, he's checked in for Hickson. Arthur comes in for Kenneth Faried. Gallinari, he's checked in for Wilson Chandler. And it's Foy in for Nate Robinson. Here's Gallinari. That one a little long.
Great look, disappointing result.
You know, most times he knocks that one down.
No from Newman.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Inexcusable mistake for a team that's trying to get back into the game.
Yeah, I have no clue what he was thinking about there. As a matter of fact, he may have had his brain in neutral.
There's a good screen. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Fry slams it in.
You got to feel pretty good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home floor.
Yeah, and just riding it out here now. I mean, they gave the fans what they wanted.
And here is Brooks, and there's a whistle. That goes on Z. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul. Third team foul. Defensive foul.
First one falls for him.
Fourth team foul.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Now Morris. Here's Newman. So it's the Suns winning easily here. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, guys, I'm here with Goran Dragic. And Goran, what a nice show the team put on for your fans tonight.
Yeah, great game for us, for our fans. They were amazing. This kind of games is really enjoying to play. We are hustling on every play, defense and offense, and I'm really happy that we won that game.
You enjoyed it, and we enjoyed it. Thank you, Goran. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, that about concludes our broadcast tonight. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we leave you with our Jordan Player of the Game, Eric Bledsoe.
Hey, man. Thought everyone was gone. I'm not disturbing you, am I? So that was a good game, huh? Yeah, definitely. Hey, what's up? You going out tonight? All right. See you at the shoot-around then.